lesson sheet that I just handed out. I don't know. I've had it sitting up here for 2 days. Anyway, that was needed to go on home. That was just that practice subtraction that we had done when I was in that meeting earlier this week. Okay. All right, we're jumping in here, and this is, like I said, I don't know if I said this to you or second period yesterday, but we're very close to the end of Module 1. Okay. And next week we will get to start Module 3. Saying this out loud so that I remember it and you help me remember it. When we get done with Module 1 and you have your Module 1, I don't know if you look closely at your workbook, but it has on the front cover Module 1 and 2. I'll collect those and put them on the shelf, and when we get ready later in the year for Module 2, I'll hand them back to you. Okay? I just don't want them to go home and then get forgotten about at home. And then we'll get our Module 3 workbook and use that for a while. Okay? Okay, so y'all help me remember that when we start passing out the new workbooks, that I need to collect your old one, not send it home. Okay? So lesson 16, a lot of times in Eureka Math, we will work with something that's kind of newer to us for a while. We'll learn lots of different ways to do it. And then we'll be given what we're getting today, to use what we've learned with real world problems or word problems. All right, everybody, I want you to stand up beside your desk. Here we go. You can set that on the back of your chair. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so when I say word problems, you say yeah. Word problems.
Yeah.
Word problems.
Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty good for the first time. All right. You feel a little Monday morning-ish, and that's kind of, so let's get real. When I say word problems, you say yeah.
Yeah.
Word problems.
Yeah.
Word problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Come on, one more time. We're going to get, come on, Will. We need your help. When I say word problems, you say yeah.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Hold on. When I say word problems, you say yeah.
Yeah.
Word problems.
Yeah.
Word problems.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be all right for,
You didn't say.
for now. I'm trying really hard. Okay. So we're going to take what we've practiced. What have we practiced for the last several days? Subtraction. Did it look like last year's subtraction?
No.
What was new and different about it this year, Charlie?
It was a bigger number, and
But-
usually we just did the 30s. The one where it's almost 3-digit numbers.
Okay, so we went from 3-digit numbers to more than double that, didn't we? I think some of our numbers yesterday had 7 digits. Okay, so that's what happens in 4th grade a lot of times. Here's something I kind of know. I've worked on it before, but now I'm going to work with bigger numbers, or I'm going to take it to the next level, the next step. Okay, so yesterday, especially when we had our zeros in our numbers, we had to be extremely what? Careful. Okay, extremely careful, because in one little thing goes wrong, sometimes I can throw off your whole answer. So that's where we just got to practice being careful. Okay, so in lesson 16, we are solving 2-step word problems. Okay, catch that, because this is going to help you later on. Can I turn the freeze off? Yes. Where'd it go? Did I do it?
Oh no. Is this
This
gone?
cannot happen.
This is the most important thing. Yay! No school board. No. I feel like let's take it. Yeah, that's cool.
It's like my board is frozen without the freeze button. It's off.
What if your tab thing is missing now? Maybe it
Yeah, it won't change screens.
Maybe if you try to. Oh, no, don't say that.
All right, I'm going to do something real quick. Let me click out of it and then go back to it.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, it's more the board, because just be patient, guys. Sorry about the delay.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's good.
Y'all don't mind a little delay with word problems, do you? All right, hold on. I'm going to completely turn this off
Okay.
Technology is great when it works.
Yes, when it works.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and talk without that being up here because here is our target right here as well. Okay.
Do you want the word time for us to use the restroom?
Okay. Gotta be supersonic fast. Okay.
Just Sonic.
All right, but that doesn't usually hang out there either. Okay, just.
I think the board thing is on Monday. I think it's sleeping. Yeah, like I want. Yeah.
I think I want to unplug it, but I don't want to hurt
The
anything.
clock did it. I know.
The clock is missing now.
We lost the clock. Now we lost the board.
Good. How close
I
to the
know.
board?
We will. Maybe this will send us home early. Yeah.
Oh no.
I
We will go old school. We're not gonna let a board send us home
don't know.
early.
We can just get ours.
Okay. We really do need to keep going. So here's our target for today while we let this come back up. It's just gonna be one of them kind of days. It hooked onto my thing. Anyway, I can solve, and you can. I don't want anybody to let these word problems make you shut down. Don't look at these and go, I can't do these. You can, okay? I can solve two-step word problems using the standard subtraction algorithm. So we're just going to have problems today, word problems, that have how many steps? They've told us. So if you do just one step and think you've got the answer, probably not. Probably not. So pay attention to that. You know there's going to be two steps. Sometimes it'll say multi-step, and they don't tell you how many. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be, what's that thing behind me? Okay. Y'all had this look on your face like, okay. But it tells you 2 steps. It also says that you're going to be using what? Standard subtraction algorithm, which means we're going to be doing regular subtraction. Okay? So if you figure out one of these problems today and you only did one step and you did no subtraction, you know you're not on the right track today. Okay? So those are some good clues. All right, we are plugged in. We're going to hold our breath and hopefully it will work.
Okay, hold your breath. Nobody hold their breath.
Okay, and then this is going to work.
Everybody hold their breath.
Okay.
No.
Cause when Miss Wendy can figure out a tech issue, that's cause for celebration. So don't touch and all that. Okay. All right. We've already talked about that. We're gonna move on. So a little practice before we get into this. Okay. On your board, all I want you to look at. This board actually has 1, 2, 3 problems, okay? This is not all one thing. Those are 3 separate things. On your board, can you write this, but put what's missing right here in between it, okay? This is quick. This is fast review, okay? Get it right on the board. $342,006, $94,983. You're going to write both of those numbers and the symbol that you believe goes in between them. Are they greater than, is one greater than the other? Are they equal to each other? This one was quick, wasn't it? This one you could just see. Which number's larger? The 342,000. Why? Why could we see it immediately? Yeah. It has one more digit, one more place value. We know that that number goes to a higher place value. We know automatically that that is larger. Okay, now this is what we're going to do for our second problem. You are not going to write all of these words. Okay? You're not going to write all of that. What you're going to do is turn this into a what? What do you think you're going to turn that into so that we can do this more easily? Yeah. Standard form. You're going to make these words look like a regular standard form number. Okay? So you can erase the first problem. 7 thousands, 500s, and 8 tens. Is that word form? It's really not.
It's like
It's that other form that we don't say very often. Say it again.
It's like
What'd you just say?
it's like
What'd you just say?
mix.
No, I think I
He said.
keep hearing it.
I said it's like a mix.
Oh, you know what I thought you heard? I thought I heard you say the word units. This is in unit form because it's got numbers and words. It's telling you that there are 7 thousands. The unit thousands, there are 7 of them in this number. There are 500s. There are 8 tens. And then this number has these units. Okay, so write those as a standard form number. And you're going to also write the symbol that goes in between them. Since you're way over here, if you ever get to a point where you can't see things well, we'll adjust because sometimes how your desk will move. So let me know. Okay. So what is this number going to look like in unit form? Sorry, it is in unit form. What is that number going to look like in standard form, Reagan?
It's gonna be 7,580.
7,580. That's what you mean right there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody have this over here? Okay, that's what you should have had. What about this one? What is this one going to look like? Gage, tell me what you got.
60,508.
Okay. 508. Like that? Okay, anybody have that? Okay, that's exactly what you should have had. That's the correct way to write both of those numbers. Now that they're like that, is it real easy to see which one is larger? Sure it is. Miranda, which one?
60,508.
Why is that one larger? Why is that easy to see?
Because it has
What does it go to?
10,000.
It goes to the 10,000s, and this one only goes to the thousands. Okay, good. All right, just a little practice with that. We haven't seen unit form in a little while. Go ahead and clear that off. We're going to go on from here. Okay. Miss Elizabeth's boards will do that for me. This one will not. Interesting. Okay. So here we are stepping into the world of words with math. All right, this is our application problem, but since it goes right along with what we're doing today, we're going to include it in there. So, somebody want to read that for us nice and loud? Come on. Come on. Come on. Go, Charlotte. Come on.
For the weekend basketball player-offs, a total of 61,941 tickets were sold. 29,855 tickets were sold for Saturday's game. The rest of the tickets were sold for the Sunday's game. How many tickets were sold for the Sunday's game?
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, and this is going to happen to you later when you are working on word problems. Right now, leave everything alone. First thing you're going to do is go in and find your question with a pen that writes. Okay. How many tickets were sold for Sunday's game? They don't want to know how many altogether. They don't want to know how many on Saturday. They want the number for Sunday. Okay. So to help me see this a little better, here's my tape diagram. I am going to ask you to try and draw a tape diagram with your word problems today. Okay, not right now. All right, I know that I've got a number for Saturday. And there's a number for Sunday. I might not know it yet, but there is one. And then there's also my total. Okay. What was the total number of tickets that they sold? Yeah.
61,941.
Okay. The total is 61,000. Where'd it go? Here. 941. Guys, when we're working with word problems, if you need to underline things, circle things, definitely do that. You know, that's your problem to work with. Okay. Do we know how many were sold on Saturday?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. How many?
29,855.
29,855. Now, when I see the tape diagram like that, does that make it easier for me to know what to do to figure it out? If this is the total, and this is one of the pieces, if I'll subtract this piece from the total, I'll get what? The other piece. Yeah, the missing piece. Okay, so let's work that out on our board. I want you to do the math part of that. Be careful about writing your numbers, lining them up, copying them correctly. Okay, so if you're still finishing that up, go ahead and do that. When we subtract when we subtract 29,855 from 61,941, okay, 11 take away 5 is 6. 3 take away 5, we can't do that, so we borrow. 13 take away 5 is 8. 8 take away 8 is 0. There's my comma. 11 take away 9 is 2. And 5 take away 2 is 3. 32,000 and 86. Okay, and I did see that number on several boards, and that's what your tape diagram would look like also. Okay. Now, this was not a two-step problem, was it? All we did was this one subtraction problem to figure out our answer. It still gave us some good practice with the word problem. All right, we're going to move along. Okay. All right, now, this is where we're getting into what we're doing today, these two-step problems. So we're going to read our question and figure out what they want us to know, but we also need to think about what are we going to have to do? What are our steps? So clear off your board and let's lay everything down out of our hands so we're not distracted by that. Okay. All right. Read that for us, Reagan, nice and loud. Everybody, let's stop erasing. It's got to be quick. If you're not done at this point, set it down. Okay, please follow along as she reads.
A company has 3 locations with 70,010 employees all together. Their first location has 34,857 employees. Their second location has 12,595 employees.
Good.
How many employees work in the third location?
Okay, does anybody know what an employee is? Faith, what is that?
It's like a worker.
Yeah, it's somebody that works for, I'm an employee of this school because I work for this school. Okay, you've probably heard that word, but I wanted to make sure. So this company has 3 locations, and they have given us a picture. You could draw a little square for each location on your page if you were solving this completely by yourself. Okay, so this is going to be location number 1, 2, and 3. What they want us to know, here's our question. How many employees work in their third location? So we don't know this one right here. Do we know the other 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's write that down so we know. Their first location, here's the first one, has this. Okay. Right. What does their second location have, Faith? Second location has how much?
12,595.
Good. So second location, this much. Okay, all I'm doing right now is writing down some important information. Watch what else we're fixing to do here. This would be what my tape diagram would look like for this. What am I missing? What else do I need to add to my tape diagram? Yeah. Total. So I don't have room here because of these pictures, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. It's okay either place, top or bottom. And our total number of employees is what? What do you think? Where does it say our total number of employees?
70,000.
70,010. All right, so we know from location number 1, location number 2, location number 3. If I added them all together, I would get this, correct? Okay. So how am I going to figure out, this has 3 pieces. How am I going to figure out this third piece? What am I going to have to do? Now remember, I'm looking for 2 steps. 2 steps. What would my first step be?
To add 34,857 and 12,595 and then
Okay, so hold on. Just the first step, you would add these together. Okay? What?
This,
Go ahead.
the second step is to subtract the number that you get adding
Uh-huh.
those. It subtracts
From this.
7,000.
Okay. So second step would be to subtract that total from down here. Is that the only way to do it?
No,
It's not. You could have one addition problem and then one subtraction problem, or you could do what? You could subtract twice, couldn't you? I could subtract this number from the total, and then I could subtract this number from what was left, and then that would give me the missing piece. This is like we did yesterday a little bit. It's just got one more step to it because there's 3 pieces now instead of 2. Okay? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to work this one out. We'll take our break. I don't know, we may do 2 more. 1 more after this, I mean. And then I know that we haven't taken a restroom break yet. We'll do that in just a couple minutes, okay? I want you to go ahead right now and try to figure out this missing piece. Remember, you've got 2 steps to do. You want to draw a line down the middle of your board, so you'll remember I need a step here and a step here. You can do that. Alright, we'll start going over this in just a minute. Keep going though. You need to be finishing up. So, if you did it this way, where you started with the total and subtracted the first piece, and then you subtracted the second piece, if you did two subtraction problems, this is what it would have looked like, and you would have gotten 22,558. If you did it the other way, and if you added both of these pieces first, and got this, and then subtracted all of this from your total right here, you still would have gotten 22,558 kittens. Pickles. Employees. Thank you. All right, we need that label. Okay, that is our final answer. The number is not our final answer. The number is part of the answer, but we need that label to go with it. What are you looking for? Well, when I underline that question, it's hiding, isn't it? There we go.
Friday is not the board's day. He said, you worked me too hard all week. I think the board just don't work. It's like a Monday.
It's worth crying over. When all of your math work disappears, and it's a lot, it's worth crying. It's okay. So, they asked us in the question, though, one of these days I'm going to learn how to push the right button. How many employees work in their third location? You were looking for how many employees. Okay. So, let's all cry together. Go ahead and clear your board.
All the hard work.
I know.
All the hard work. It's like a Monday. Will.
Y'all are very mature about your crying. Nobody's throwing themselves on the floor, kicking and pitching a fit, you know. No. You forgot what I
I
just
think
said.
she meant to.
Y'all are very mature. You are not doing those things. Okay.
Miss Wendy, are you mature?
Sometimes.
You're 50.
I will admit, they're on occasion. Okay. Now, that took a lot of work, that one problem, didn't it? Okay? Sometimes you've got to be patient with yourself and with the math because these are not super quick. We're going to move on to the next one. Owen's goal is to have 1 million people visit his new website. Owen's making a website. He wants 1 million people to get there within the first 4 months of being launched. So he within 4 months, he hopes to get a million people to visit his website. Below is a chart showing the number of visitors each month. How many more visitors does he need in month 4 to reach his goal? Now his goal is how much? 1 million. Okay, that's what he wants. So in month 1, he got this many visitors. Month 2, this many. Month 3, this many. Month 4, what we need to know is how many more does he need to get to 1 million? How in the world are we going to get there? This is almost looking like a tape diagram already, isn't it? Okay. What are we going to need to do? Go ahead.
We have to add the 1 month and the 2 month and 3 month.
Okay.
And then subtract the 1 million.
So you're saying if we add all of these 3 pieces and subtract all of that from 1 million, we'll know what's left? Okay. Y'all already can see it coming, can't you? You can already picture that big 1 million number in your head, and you know it's got 6 wonderful zeros just waiting for you. Okay? Woohoo! All right, so you know what to do. First step, add up all the pieces we have already. Second step, we're going to subtract all of that from, let's make sure we write 1 million correctly. It's 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. We will finish this problem and then take our break before we continue. Okay. Sorry, would you like me to do dance in your way? I forget that I'm in the way sometimes. Okay, these numbers are tiny. I just realized that too. Is that the problem?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
No,
Look,
I can see them perfectly.
well, good for you.
Okay.
Do I need to write them larger?
Yeah.
I'm seeing at least one this, so
No,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
we're good. We're good.
All your beautiful work's gonna be.
It's okay. I'm going back here. Okay. Oh, goodness, I hate this. That hurt my heart just a little bit. Okay, so part 1 is 228,211. The second one was
300.
301,856. And the third piece was, let's just get rid of that, 299,542. Okay. These are the ones we know. There's one more piece we don't know. All of this is 1 million. Well, he wants it to be 1 million. And so we need to know what we need to get to 1 million. This is more than. Careful as you add these up. Make sure your numbers are lined up. can subtract each one separately. Okay, so that's 3 subtraction problems. Okay. You're gonna add these 3 into one large piece, and then subtract that large piece from this. This is what you got when you added all 3 together. Subtract. Keep working. I'm just going to start setting up my problem. Wait a minute. If you added all 3 numbers, you would have gotten 829,609. Okay. Then you would need to subtract that from 1 million. Question? Okay. All right. We're going to have to obviously jump down here, aren't we? Because that's the only place to borrow from. Now, slash them all and turn them into 9s? Nope. This is a 10. Make it a 9 to borrow to the next place. That's a 10. Change it to a 9 so that we can share next door. Same thing. That becomes a 10. We're going to borrow from that, and it becomes a 9. So that becomes a 10. We're going to borrow from that, and that becomes a 9. But that becomes a 10 and stays a 10. Do not slash through all of those and make them all 9s, or you'll get the wrong number down here, and your whole answer will be wrong. Okay? So now we've got 10. Now the subtraction part's easy. 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 take away 0. 9 take away 6.
3.
9 take away 9.
0.
9 take away 2.
7.
9 take away 8.
1.
And this is a 0, so I don't have to bring it down. 170,391 race cars. Pop-Tarts. Yeah.
People with visitors. People.
Okay. visitors, visitors to his website, people, any of that would have worked, wouldn't it? Okay, so we could say, I like the word visitors, a little different than people, because we know they're visiting his website. Okay. Let's lay everything down. Let's take a pause, and then we will come back and continue. We will get to our problem set shortly, and then we're going to do that a little differently today. Way differently, actually. And so we'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay, if you would put your mask on and go ahead and line up at the door.